Hey guys, in this video let's talk about what is the best windshield mount radar detector available today. I've done these videos from time to time, but over the past year there's been a lot of changes. There's been new radar detectors that have come out since, and things have changed quite a bit, so it's definitely time to update this. I've got 5 radar detectors on display here. I've got the V1, I've got the Escort Redline, I've got the Escort Max 360, I've got the Radenso Pro SE, and I've got the Uniden LRD 950. These are basically going to be 5 of the best radar detectors available. Yes, there's definitely tons of others, but these are pretty much going to be the best ones that you can get. And everybody always wants to know what's the one best, which one should I buy, right? And the thing is, you can't really pin down which one is the best. There's a variety of really good ones, and depending on what you need, where you drive, what your preferences are, what your budget is, all that kind of stuff will really help determine which one is the best fit for you. So in this video, we're going to go over what these 5 radar detectors have to offer so that you can decide which one is best for you. So let's go ahead and start with pricing. V1 here retails for $400. If you want to pair it with your phone, you're going to need a little Bluetooth dongle like this. It's another $50. This is the Escort Redline. It retails for $550. If you want to pair it with your phone, you need the Bluetooth cable. That's another $100, so $650 there. This is the Escort Max 360. It's the most expensive detector on the market today, but it has Bluetooth built in. Retails for $650. The Radenso Pro SE retails for $500, and this guy, the price fluctuates and varies. You can find them online for about $200 to $250 or so, plus minus in that range. I'll have links in the video description where you can go and take a look at current pricing and places to buy and all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about all 5 detectors. We'll start from left to right, and we'll go through what kind of each detector's specialty is, and that way you can figure out which one's the best fit for you. So V1, almost everybody's heard of it. It's been around for like 30 years. This is the one that actually has the arrows on it, so it'll actually point to where the signal is, ahead of you, behind you. Very, very useful and helpful information to determine what's going on around you. Performance-wise, it's pretty good. It's not the best radar detector on the market, so if you're looking for maximum performance, you're going to want to look at maybe something like a Redline. This one is going to be pretty good on its own, but it's definitely best when you pair it with a phone. To pair it with the phone, you're definitely going to need, like I mentioned earlier, the Bluetooth module. There's apps available for both iPhone and Android. They both add a bunch of really useful functionality. You'll be able to up the performance of your detector. You'll be able to see the frequency display. You'll get additional muting capabilities to help quiet down the false alerts. So a bunch of really useful stuff available. Check the videos on my channel for all that kind of stuff. Plenty of information on how all that works and what the options are and how to set them up. Now, it works best with Android, and with that you'll be able to use Yavi 1, you'll be able to get GPS lockouts, and you'll get a lot of the other features that are available in these ones as well. With this guy, maximum functionality is going to be available if you pair it with the phone. In terms of laser detection, it is phenomenal. It has the best laser sensor on the market. There isn't the greatest filtering, so you will get false alerts though. In terms of blind spot filtering, it's actually, again, one of the best blind spot filters on the market, the newest versions. The older ones not so much, but the newest ones especially. If you pair it with your phone, you get a lot of really advanced, sophisticated muting capabilities. You get tons of information. This has been my detector of choice for a while, but there's a lot of other ones coming out now as well, which makes the decision a lot harder. But basically, this guy is all about seeing what's going on around you with the arrows. You've got maximum situational awareness, you've got complete control, and you've got tons of information. If you love to go in and tweak and customize things, that's an awesome choice. Now, if you want something with a longer range, and oftentimes you want maximum performance to really pick up the radar detector signals ahead of you before you're the one to be clocked, in that situation, the Redline has historically been the detector of choice. This one is going to give you the maximum range as far as what you'll see. This guy does not have some of the fancier bells and whistles built in. It's pretty much going to be like, all-out range. That's what this guy is designed for. It can filter out some false alerts, and again, if you pair it with your phone, you'll be able to do things like GPS lockouts, where you can just push a button on your phone and say, hey, this is a false alert, don't alert me to it again in the future, and then next time you drive past the same grocery store, it'll keep the detector quiet for you. So very handy feature. But it's basically best suited for the highway. It's okay in the city because it doesn't have all the filtering stuff in town, but it is okay in the city. Another thing is this guy does have immunity from radar detector detectors. So If that is something you need, if you're driving in an area where detectors are illegal, this one cannot be picked up by radar detector detectors. So that is a very handy feature. There's another version of the detector. There's the Beltronics Magnum. Escort and Beltronics are the same company. That detector is actually $50 less, the Magnum, and the design is a little bit different. The sounds, many people prefer a little bit more. That's actually a really good detector as well. I prefer it slightly over the Redline just for aesthetic reasons, and it's $50 cheaper. So if you're looking at the Redline, also take a look at the Magnum. That is a great choice as well. Now, if you want a detector that's really good on the highway and in the city, and you don't necessarily want to, pair it with the phone and have to set up everything, the Max 360 is a great choice. This is the most expensive radar detector on the market. However, it's designed to basically have everything built into the detector, so you don't need phones, you don't need extra setup stuff. You can just plug it in, put it on your windshield, and it just pretty much does everything for you automatically. It's pretty awesome in that regard. This is actually the evolution of the previous Escort detectors like the Max and the Max 2. Now they added a rear arrow. This is the Max 360, and you've got arrows just like the V1 does. So this is pretty much designed to be your all-in-one unit. Is it the best unit? Not necessarily. Why do I say that? This guy is probably going to be one of the worst performing radar detectors here that I've got on display here. This is not the longest range unit. It'll get outclassed by the Redline. It's comparable to the V1. Sometimes it could beat the V1. Oftentimes the V1 will beat it. Even some of the less expensive detectors like I have over here can oftentimes get longer range than this guy. So this is not your longest range, best performing detector. It's designed to be more convenient and have everything integrated and built in. So if you're willing to sacrifice some range, and you want it to just do everything for you, to give you the warning time, if you want to be able to just plug it in and have it automatically learn the false alerts for you without you having to press anything, that's going to be a great option for you. So that's the Max 360. There are some bugs. The Escort, they've kind of been slacking lately as far as developing really, really good, well-engineered products. So there's been some bugs with this, and this one just came out, a couple weeks ago. Historically, Escort, again, hasn't been the best at fixing the bugs, so fingers crossed, I'm hoping they really get in and, dial things in. But nonetheless, as it stands right now, it's got a ton that it can offer, and everything is integrated. It's probably one of the best plug-and-play units. If you don't know anything about radar, this is a great choice if you don't want to learn and, customize and tweak things yourself. If you like the idea of this detector where it pretty much has everything built in and it doesn't require a phone, but you want the performance of the Redline, take a look at the Radenso Pro SE. This is an awesome detector. This is going to give you pretty much the same range as the Redline, but has all the cool features that are available here. It doesn't have a rear antenna. You don't have arrows like the Max 360 or the V1. And it does have a GPS chip as well, just like this guy. So you can actually press a button to lock out the false alerts. One little difference, this guy, as you drive around, it can do it for you. This one does require you to manually press a button to lock out the false alerts. If you're willing to do that when you pass a grocery store or a speed sign or whatever and just say, hey, this is false, quiet it down for me in the future, if you're willing to do that, definitely take a good look at this detector. This has awesome performance like the Redline. It's got a lot of the cool false filtering capabilities of the Max on the Max 360. No arrows again, but this is a really interesting one. Additionally, Radenso came on the market here pretty recently. They've been selling overseas in Europe for years now. They've been popular over there. They just recently came over here to the States. Now with the American firmware, there have been some bugs, and they've been rapidly fixing the bugs, listening to enthusiasts, and actually listening, believe it or not, listening to their customers. And we say, hey, can you implement this? And they're like, yeah, we'll totally do it. And they do, and it's awesome. So as we find bugs, they're going in and fixing them. Not all of them, it takes time, of course, realistically, but they're actually going in, listening to us, giving us the features that we want, upgrading the performance. It's been a really, really interesting one to watch. So the Radenso Pro SE, this is going to be an awesome one here to take a look at as well. Finally, if you don't necessarily want to drop the cash on these detectors, they're all, $400, $550, $650, $500. They're pricey detectors, right? Take a look at the Uniden LRD 950. This detector retails for around $200 to $250 or so, in that range plus minus. And additionally, you're going to have radar detector performance pretty similar to what we're seeing here with the V1 and the Maxes, which is really interesting. Additionally, the LRD 950 has the GPS. And so when you're driving around and if you get a false alert, again from a grocery store, drugstore, speed sign, things that are always in the same area transmitting radar, setting off your detector, you can just press the mute button there a couple times. It'll then learn that signal, and next time you drive past that false alert, it'll stay muted. So this one, thanks to its GPS, it also has that ability. So pretty much every detector here, one way or another, can do it. These ones have GPS built in. These ones do not, so they'll require a phone. So if you don't want a phone, these guys are going to be really great here. This one you can pair it with a phone. There's some extra cool functionality as well, but you don't need it for the lockouts. So very interesting stuff here. If you don't need the GPS functionality, if you drive around mostly in the highway or more in rural areas where you don't have a lot of false alerts, you can get the LRD 850. It's kind of the little brother to this. It's got the same radar detector performance, but no GPS chip. So you don't get the lockouts, you don't get the low-speed muting, you don't get the red light camera alerts. And if you want that kind of stuff, you're going to want the version with GPS. If you don't need that, get the LRD 850. That guy retails for like 130, 140, 150 bucks, in that range, and that's an amazing value. A year ago, 2 years ago, in order to get this level of performance, you had to drop $400 plus in order to get this kind of performance. Now you can find it here on the Uniden, and for that reason, this has been an amazing product the past couple years, or the past year or so it's been out. Again, it's not perfect. They are releasing updates. Things like the lockouts still need work, just to really dial it in and have everything work as well as it possibly can. So there's definitely some tweaking that still needs to be done here, but if you're not necessarily looking to spend this kind of money, take a good look at the Unidens. This is a really interesting one as well. So there you go. There's a look at the basically best five-ish, 950 and 850, Redline and Magnum, so maybe 7 radar detectors on the market. If you're looking at them, these ones are pretty much all good to get for different reasons. As you can see, they have different pros and cons, different features, etc. But yeah, if you're looking for one, definitely take a good look at these 5, and any one of these would be a good solid pick. I'll have links in the video descriptions for information as far as more in-depth reviews, performance tests, so you can really see the performance, how they all compare, where to actually go to buy them, how to actually set up the detectors once you get it plugged in. I'll walk you through actually the settings and features and options so you can get it set up to minimize the false alerts, to really maximize the performance, walk you through what all the features mean. So again, check the links in the video description. You'll see all that kind of stuff there. So awesome. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask down in the comment area below. Other than that, thanks for watching. It's great to see all these really cool detectors that we have available today. And yeah, have fun, pick your favorite, and happy driving. Catch you guys later. Bye.